Alright guys, so Dean Withers has some new allegations levied against him. They are rape allegations, which are very, very serious allegations, but it didn't seem to take very long for Dean to respond to them, so I don't know. We're seeing a lot of right-wing people talk about this. I'm mainly only seeing right-wing people push Dean on these allegations, which immediately makes me skeptical. Like, almost immediately, because I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't particularly think the right really cares about rape and pedophilia. I mean, they elected a rapist pedophile as our president in the United States of America, so that communicates to me, at least, that they don't really care about this topic. They're not really that concerned or think it's that big of a deal. So, why would they think it's a big deal when somebody on the left has their own allegations? Which may or may not be true, I don't know. But, why immediately jump on the bandwagon? Especially considering you have people like Tectone, who's an actual fucking rapist, who, by the way, I saw Tectone made a video on this. That's one of the videos we're gonna be reacting to, by the way. Right after we watch Dean Withers' TikTok response. This is a video on his TikTok, and we're gonna just respond to that. But yeah, Tectone, an actual fucking rapist, people were constantly sweeping for him, mainly on the right, mainly his fans are sweeping for him. They're like, there's no evidence, oh my god, there's no evidence, it's made up bullshit. Even though if they literally take like 5 minutes to read the fucking court documents saying that there was evidence shown in the court of law that Tectone was raping and stalking his ex-girlfriend so badly, to the point where he fucking lost his guns for a decade. Which, by the way, that is evidence. Court documents are considered evidence. So when people say there's no evidence, it's insane cope from these Tectone fans. Anyway, we are going to watch Tectone's video on this at some point. But I do think that it's kind of ridiculous that only right-wing people go on rape accusations because it's convenient for your political position, and then you'll never call out anybody on your own side because that's convenient for your political position. I think it's very cowardly. We're going to watch Dean Withers' response to this.
This is the most serious video I've ever made.
Whoa. Is it the most serious video you've ever made? I don't know, Dean. There are times where you can be a little bit performative. I'm not gonna lie. We've seen Dean Withers act a little bit performative at times.
A Trump supporter stole the identity of an innocent 13-year-old girl to falsely accuse me of rape with supporting evidence of poorly botched fake DMs in an attempt to illegitimately deplatform me.
That seems on par for a Trump supporter. Whoa, Trump supporters thinking that they can abuse 13-year-olds and it's not that big of a deal. Whoa, guys, oh my god. I am genuinely not surprised at all. Like I said, these people fucking voted in a rapist pedophile into office as our president, and he is objectively bad for our country. He's done nothing good for our country, and they all just take it in the ass and they think, oh yeah, no, Trump is good. You know, who cares about the gas prices going up? You know, like the gas prices going up, it needs to happen. Donald Trump needs to raise the prices of it. Everything is good under Donald Trump. I bend over and take it in the ass from Trump, and that means it's good.
In response,
everybody in MAGA spaces are closeted gays or closeted people that are attracted to trans people. That's why they're transphobic. They secretly jerk off to trans people.
Once the 13-year-old whose identity was stolen made a video calling out the false accuser and anybody peddling these lies using her photos, stating that she's been getting harassed and bombarded with messages. An innocent 13-year-old girl. As we speak, not all, but millions of Republicans across the internet have continued to knowingly peddle this false allegation and could what only be described as an attempt to get me killed or to...
That's a little extreme. I don't know if they want to get you killed necessarily. I mean, we do know that right-wing violence is more prevalent than left-wing violence, but I don't know. Dean Withers is a white guy. I don't think they would particularly care about wanting to murder Dean Withers necessarily. Like, Dean Withers is like living life on easy mode as it can be. Just like I am. Like, we're both white people. We're not really being targeted by anybody for our race at all. And if anybody thinks that you're being targeted for being white, I don't know what to tell you. That's just not a real thing. That's an absolute myth in society. It's not a real thing at all. It's just people with a victim complex or just looking to try to be victims, basically. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would want to kill you, Dean. I don't know if they're that extreme.
Get me to...
Now, if Dean was anybody that was non-white, maybe I could believe that. I don't know. I mean, Asmund Gold thinks it's okay to shoot brown kids that cross the border illegally, so...
myself, leading to the police calling me, informing me of a bomb threat, and the continued visceral harassment of the innocent little girl who had her identity stolen. Let's unpack.
It also is weird because if she was getting insane harassment from right-wing people, that kind of goes to show, do you guys actually care about a 13-year-old that was potentially raped? Assuming these allegations are true, which, I don't know, Dean Withers is denying them, like, right from the gate, which is probably what you should do with allegations. He's denying them right from the rip, if they are false. But Dean Withers, yes, he is saying they're false, and if they really cared about Dean Withers raping this 13-year-old, allegedly, why would they go and harass her? Why would they go and, like, attack her, right? Do you guys actually care about these allegations? Do you guys actually care about children getting raped? No, of course not. A lot of these these right-wing people do not care about fucking rape at all. Again, they voted in a rapist pedophile. You can be a rapist pedophile, and you can exist. As long as you're right-wing, you're good. You're good to go. You can be a Trump supporter, and you're good to go to, you know, rape children and fucking rape other women. As long as you genuinely feel bad for it, you get to go to heaven, because Christianity and all that bullshit, and all the fucking magical apple curse bullshit that MAGA believes in, which is grooming kids into being MAGA and grooming them into religion and stuff. It's incredible.
First and foremost, this TikTok account, under the name of Emily, accused me of rape. They posted this fake DM to prove their allegation.
I've been carrying this for years, and I need to say it. When I was still a kid and didn't fully understand what was happening, you sexually assaulted me. At the time, you weren't famous yet, and I was too young and confused to know how to protect myself or even put words into it. I stayed quiet for a long time because I was scared, ashamed, and didn't think anyone would believe me. I'm 18 now, and I'm still dealing with the weight of what you did. So how old is Dean Withers now? He's like, what, 21, turning 22? And if you're 18 now, that means if Dean Withers was 13, would Dean Withers have been like, what, 17 or 18? I think Dean Withers would have been like, what, 17 or 18 at the time, I think, roughly. I think. It left me with confusion, fear, and silence, forced myself to live for years. I'm not writing this for attention or to ruin anything. I'm writing it because I deserve to speak my truth because the silence only ever, and then it cuts off. The silence only ever protected you, not me. What you did affected me deeply, and I need you to know that I remember that it mattered, and that I'm no longer going to pretend that it didn't happen. And then Dean Withers says, I was drunk. I barely even remember that night. Just leave it alone. Whoa.
Posted 2 screenshots of the same faked DMs, for the purpose being that in the second...
That's crazy. For fake DMs, like, the DMs look so fucking real. Like, it's genuinely scary how convincing these DMs look. Like, what are these, Instagram DMs? I think they're either TikTok or Instagram DMs. I don't know. I'm not terminally on social media. I believe these are Instagram DMs, I believe. I think they're Instagram DMs. But yeah, they're DMing. It does look convincing. I will say, they look like real fucking DMs. It's very scary how DMs have been, how you can really make DMs look super convincing now. Like, back in the day, I don't think it was like that. I don't know. Like, you could easily tell from certain parts of a screenshot. Like, it was easy to tell what DMs were and weren't fake. I remember there was a very, very old drama back in the day. I think Leafy is here. Had gotten into some drama with some other fucking person, and there were DMs exchanged, and then you could easily tell the Skype DMs were fake because some of the assets of Skype were off center or whatever, and like they weren't photoshopped in properly. So it was very easy to tell that the DMs were fake. But I can look at this DM and think, oh wow, this is a real DM. Like, you could easily mistake it for a real DM, but apparently it's fake.
Faked DMs, for the purpose being that in the second screenshot, they're scrolled further down the page to also include my response. We know that they're fake because in the first screenshot above their message, there is an included date and time. In the second screenshot above that same message, there is not an included date and
Wow, I would not have been able to catch that. That's actually a really good catch.
Time. The only explanation for this inconsistency is that the screenshots are fake. The account also claimed to be a young girl, posting many photos such as these.
Also, one of these photos is Yo, this photo looks so AI generated. What the fuck? Look at this. Look, okay, so you see, like, I think this is like a Japanese vending machine or whatever. Look at this. What is this supposed to say? Xiao NVZ. It feels like AI just, like, took a bunch of characters, letters and numbers, and it just jumbled them onto, like, a Japanese vending machine or something. Dude, this is fucking... This photo also looks AI generated. I don't know, man.
A young girl posting many photos such as these to make their allegations seem more believable. This girl is not accusing me of rape. She had her identity stolen by this account.
By a Trump supporter who seemingly doesn't care about children getting raped. They obviously, again, these people do not care about rape whatsoever. They are obviously just using this as an opportunity to try to attack Dean Withers and to cancel Dean Withers. That's obviously what they are doing. Meanwhile, they support a pedophile rapist president. They don't care about that because it's inconvenient for their political position. So, again, these people don't live in reality. They don't care about real victims. MAGA does not care about victims. They support rape and pedophilia. They actively enjoy and support it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. This is normalized in society now because of them.
She made a video to clear this up.
So tonight, I was looking through my TikTok comments and I find some comments saying that someone's impersonating me and using my photos to accuse someone, Dean Withers, of sexual assault. This was the picture someone put in my TikTok comments, and this was the picture I posted on Instagram. Same with here, this was posted in July, and now I find this 4 days ago on TikTok.
Okay, I guess maybe it is a legitimate photo. I don't know. It does look like an AI-generated photo. It really does look like an AI photo. I don't know. Maybe it is a legitimate photo, I guess. But I don't know. Why the fuck are all these, like, random letters and characters on this machine? I don't know. Maybe it is a real photo. It looks like such an AI photo.
And now I find this 4 days ago on TikTok. On this photo, you can see there's a little scribble at the top of the screen. This is because, as you can see in the next photo, that's where the lyrics were in my Instagram photo. After finding out about this, I made a video tagging her saying that it's not me, and she ended up blocking my main account. I'm now getting multiple DMs and comments about this whole situation, and I wanted to make this to let you guys know that I'm not involved in any of this, and I didn't make any of these videos.
Even in light of the fact that this allegation is obviously fake, not only hurting me as the victim of them, but also the innocent little girl whose identity was stolen to make them.
Alright. Alright, Dean. I get what Dean is saying. But the way Dean says it, I sometimes don't like the way Dean Withers talks, because he virtue signals so much, and he's very performative on, like, his show a lot. I don't like the way Dean Withers talks about it. It just feels so performative to be like, oh, innocent victim this, innocent victim that. The last time we talked about Dean Withers on the channel, it was, like, with this Tashika person who also, like, it was a separate set of allegations that Dean Withers was covering. And let's be real, Dean Withers can be a bit sensationalist sometimes. He can be sensationalist when talking about information. So, should Dean Withers be held to a higher standard based on that? Yes, I agree. It's immature. But also, I am not too concerned with him overall. Again, like, he generally does, like, a very good thing with debating MAGA. I mean, it's performative, the way he debates people and debates MAGA. Because obviously, the way Dean Withers engages with debates is he'll go on TikTok live, he'll get MAGA or Trump supporters to call into his show to debate him, and then he'll get the stupidest Trump supporter, like the stupidest of all of them, and then he'll use that for his clips, basically, and he'll post clips of them being stupid, basically. That's how Dean Withers does it. And even if MAGA is stupid, don't get me wrong, I still think that it's just very performative, the way Dean engages with it. It is a little bit performative. I don't know if I particularly like it too much.
Many Trump supporters haven't cared. MAGA
No, they don't care.
Influencers like the older millennial Asmongold and thousands of
Whoa, Asmongold got a fucking call out.
others have
Okay, yeah, that's another thing. Asmongold doesn't give a fuck about any of this. Bro, Asmongold's gonna be like, wait, I already know what his take is. His take's gonna be, this is crazy. Oh my god, Dean Withers, you're also a person that engages in child rape. Asmongold doesn't care about any child rape at all. Confirmed, Asmongold does not care about children getting raped. Confirmed, he does not care. Asmongold says that, oh, just because the evidence doesn't exist or the evidence is redacted in the Epstein files of Donald Trump, that means I haven't seen it, and that there's no evidence that Donald Trump is in the... Like, he sweeps for Donald Trump being in the Epstein list. He defends Donald Trump being a rapist pedophile. He also does not care about children getting harmed because he thinks you can shoot them if they cross the border illegally. So, Confirmed, Asmongold does not care about children getting harmed at all. He does not care.
Continued to peddle these false allegations across social media so hard to the point that for the last 48 hours straight, this has been a top news story on Twitter, amassing over 50,000 posts of mostly Republicans calling me a rapist. For those, some even on the right, that have made videos condemning these false allegations, thank you. You know who you are.
I don't. Well, anyways, that's the first Dean Withers video on this situation. I would say, based on what I'm seeing so far, I would say Dean did a pretty good job of debunking the allegations. He kept it under 3 minutes. Very short, sweet, straight to the point. I don't really have any complaints as far as his response. He made it pretty quick. These allegations seem very, very, like, silly. And, of course, it's a no-brainer that people immediately jump on the bandwagon, like mainly right-wing people jump on the bandwagon without seeing any proof whatsoever. They're like, oh my god, Dean's a rapist. They didn't even look into these issues. They just saw that a leftist got allegations. They just saw that, and then they immediately jumped on the bandwagon to condemn Dean. They didn't even look at any of the evidence. These are the same people that complain about people calling Tectone a rapist and say that, and then cope about it by saying there's no evidence, even though there's a court document that exists that they could read, but they choose not to. And there's also testimonies corroborating Pink Chew's stories. There's evidence shown in court that's obviously not going to be shown outside of court. Because it's a court case that we're not viewing. But again, they don't think about these things. MAGA doesn't think. They don't use their brains on anything. They're gonna basically parade to whatever makes them feel good. Oh, and Tectone, I guess, is now a man of God, so I guess, like, all is forgiven. So, that's all good in the hood to them, I guess. Well, what better way to, I guess, talk about Dean Withers' allegations than to watch some of the right-wing people that have been pushing for these allegations. One of them being none other than an actual fucking rapist himself, Tectone. The guy who lost a civil case with Pink Chew for raping and stalking her so badly to the point where he lost his guns for a decade, and that he has a 10-year protective order on him. By the way, in Texas, I have to bring that up. In Texas, of all fucking states. Like, I have to just bring that up. Texas is like the worst state you can lose your guns in, because you can't lose your guns in Texas. It's like you have to try to lose your guns in Texas. And Tectone lost his fucking guns in Texas. Regardless, we are going to be watching Tectone's response to the allegations against Dean Withers. I can't wait to hear what a rapist thinks about somebody else's rape accusations. I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Shut the fuck up. I hate his voice.
have a very fun video for you today, going over everybody's probably in their top 3 least favorite leftist
Is this fucking Tectone, another one of Tectone's schizophrenic, like, meltdowns or something? Where he just, like, pretends to be Donald Trump?
streamers. We have a content creator by the name of Dean Withers, and he's having some very serious allegations about him being a rapist. So we are going to talk about Dean because it's very fitting, because he's another man who's gone in on many other people's false allegations, including my own and including Donald Trump.
Tectone. Holy fuck, this guy's so dumb. Donald Trump. All right, so first of all, we're going to address Donald Trump because a ton of people, again, all these right-wingers support a rapist pedophile, right? Donald Trump, there is a 99.99% chance that Donald Trump is a predator. Like, it's almost like we know that he is a predator, but in regards to the Epstein and being a pedophile, there's a 99% chance. First of all, ran on releasing the Epstein files. Is choosing not to now. He has actively refused to release the files, even when he's constantly pressed by it. There are allegations of Donald Trump in the Epstein files of raping children and threatening to murder women and children, according to Ted Leo, because he said he read the Epstein files unredacted. Donald Trump could debunk those claims, but he chooses not to, and he also chooses, again, not to release the Epstein files in response to those claims. He wished Ghislaine Maxwell good luck in her trial about sex trafficking, who's Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice. That's a little bit odd. I don't know. Why would you wish Ghislaine Maxwell good luck? That's a little bit fucking strange. I don't know. Donald Trump is named tens of thousands of times in the Epstein files. I don't know what else to tell you other than the odds of Trump being a predator, a rapist, pedophile, is more likely than not. And also, Tectone, your allegations are confirmed. You lost the civil case against Pink Chew, and you lost your guns for a decade. The court documents say that you are a rapist. They said that you raped Pink Chew. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, that is what the court documents say. But okay, bro. Sure, I guess we're just gonna go on this schizophrenic cope session.
And now that it happens to him, well, it's very much not fun for him. He's really freaking the hell out, so let's talk about it. He gets confronted live on stream with these allegations.
I don't care if Dean Withers calls Donald Trump a pedophile. I don't care. Donald Trump will not release the Epstein files. He refuses to release them.
Of Dean Withers being a rapist. Let's talk about it. I believe all victims because I'm just such a good guy.
Okay, whatever, dude.
It's crazy how this crowd is believe all victims until
believe credible allegations. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to, is believe all credible allegations.
What's happening to them. And then all of a sudden, ooh. No, but not about me though, guys, but not about me.
Proven wrong.
Dude, he is so fucking boring.
I do agree with you, but I'm just saying it hasn't been proven wrong.
I absolutely, okay.
To me, it hasn't been proven wrong.
I proved it wrong by showing that the DMs were fake. Fuck you.
And listen, it can
No.
be fake.
No. Did I show? Shut up. Did I show that the DMs were fake?
Give me a little anxiety, Pen, all right?
Answer the question. Yes, I am. I am getting loud. I am getting upset. You are.
I mean, to be fair, Dean Withers, like, even though Dean Withers does play up a lot of his feelings of being emotional and upset, it is performative the way he does it and he debates. In this case, I actually could, I can understand from Dean's perspective why he is getting upset. Like, I can totally understand it. I mean, considering people are parading false rape accusations about you. Unlike Tectone, who has credible allegations of raping and stalking his ex-girlfriend to the point where he lost his guns for a decade. Like, Tectone's allegations of rape are confirmed. Like, that, they are confirmed. The court documents say they are confirmed. I don't know what else to tell you. Tons of Tectone and Rape Tone defenders like to say there's no evidence. That's absolute cope from them, and they can keep coping all they want, and they can keep defending a rapist all they want. But we all know, like, we're just going to come to the conclusion that you guys don't care about rape. Like, if you defend Tectone, that's what you guys don't care. That's really all it comes down to. Like, if you guys want to virtue signal about Dean's allegations, you have to be consistent with what you believe in, but you're not, because you're right-wing, and you're inconsistent with what you believe in. And I don't think that you really care about any social issues.
You are accusing a victim of domestic violence of raping somebody after I've proven that they're completely...
Bro, Tectone is trying the Asmongold tactic, where, you know how Asmongold performatively Asmongold pre-watches everything he reacts to, but Asmongold will performatively do these, like, emotional gestures where he'll, like, raise his eyebrows a little bit. He'll pretend like he's reacting to something for the first time, even though he's not. Asmongold pre-watches everything that he watches. Tectone is literally copying Asmongold word for word. And like I said, we've talked about it on the channel before, but Tectone ruthlessly stalks Asmongold. Like, he ruthlessly fucking stalks him. Tectone is so insane that he's the kind of person to show up to Asmongold's house with a severed head of his fucking OnlyFans girlfriend Kai's or whatever.
Fake.
You know what's crazy, Dean Withers? When I told you, and you found out that I was a victim of rape and sexual assault, do you know what...
I'm pretty sure the extent... By the way, I'm pretty sure the extent... I don't remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure the extent of the sexual assault was, like, his sister, like, rubbing crabs on Tectone or something, or, like, taking crabs and, like, putting them on him. I don't think that the extent of the sexual assault was actually that deep from Tectone. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was in the Shamu video on Tectone. Like, watch the Shamu video if you want to know more details about that. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But, I don't remember all the details. Tectone's not that relevant.
You said, actually, people who get raped are actually more likely to. So...
is that a weird self-report, Tectone?
I don't want to hear you using that excuse, because when other people have said the same thing, you said that it actually makes sexual abuse victims are actually more likely to commit sexual abuse.
Isn't that a weird self-report? Because if you're saying that you were a victim of sexual assault, wouldn't that add credibility to the fucking court documents with Pink Chew?
So it's
Mr. I lost my guns for a decade.
very strange that the same shit that you push on other people is now happening to you. Karma's a bitch, ain't it? It is. Karma's a big old bitch. And by the way,
Okay. I mean, Dean Withers proved that the DMs were fake. Your allegations were not. That's where the conversation is going to end there, in reality.
It gets way worse, guys.
Oh, it gets way worse. Okay, bud.
It gets way worse. And this is why you cannot trust when a woman or man just has testimony and testimony alone. If there is proof or evidence.
That's interesting, because in the court documents, Tectone, there was evidence in the court shown that you were ruthlessly abusing and stalking and raping Pinkchu. And also, doctors have confirmed Pinkchu's testimony as well about the whole, like, lip filler incident. So, I don't know. Pinkchu oozes tons of fucking credibility, and you just ooze cum thinking about women who are begging for their life when they're being assaulted. I don't know. That's what I think.
Or you can consider
You
it.
ooze cum from your mushroom penis, which I can't relate to. Damn, that's tough. All those steroids didn't pay off then, huh?
But when a woman says that they were sexually abused, and then when a woman says they weren't sexually abused.
Dude, he's actually getting so angry. You can see him turning red.
And then
Look at this guy.
there's proof that they weren't sexually abused, and then it's documented, written on paper, that they were never sexually abused, and then they were called the last time
Dude, he's getting so passionately fucking angry.
they got
Dude, imagine being Tectone's partners in this situation. Just imagine.
sexually abused.
When
and
Tectone gets so fucking angry and he gets so heated.
it was over 10 fucking years ago.
I would fear that Tectone would take his fists and pound the skull to death, or like fucking possess Nikki from Obsession and take a brick and just smash their fucking head in. I'd be scared of Tectone, like being on the receiving end of Tectone yelling like this.
And you ignore all of that, and you just say, yeah, well, she said it here, though. Yeah, well, she also didn't say it here, denied it there, said it's ridiculous to even claim that, says they know what it's like, and the last time that happened was 10 years ago, and you ignore all of that, and you only go in on the one time. Well, congratulations.
Also, is this technically not a violation of your protective order? You can't talk about Pinkchu. So, like, would that mean also your own allegations you can't talk about?
False.
You're not allowed to talk about it, Tectone. Like, again, Tectone tries to find all these weird technicalities to violate his protective order to talk about Pinkchu.
Allegation, a false accuser's word is now law, and Dean Withers, that reality that you promoted is now crashing upon your head.
Not really, because Dean Withers actually got falsely accused and you didn't. So I wouldn't really say that that reality is crashing down on his head at all.
And this is why proof and evidence will always weigh above someone else's delusion and someone else's word.
Yeah, well, the evidence was shown in your court case, so I guess maybe you're right, but you're delusional.
Evidence is the only thing worth believing.
Thank you, Tectone. That's why I believe you're a fucking rapist.
Right? You're a victim because you're on the receiving end.
There it is. Go ahead.
Keep running from the truth.
Hit
Why
your
would you do
anxiety
this?
pen.
Listen, we can debate Trump right now if
Just
you
why?
want to.
Just why would you do that? Why would you say that shit, bro?
Listen,
Yep. No, just wait.
Just go hit your anxiety pen and we can
Why
debate
would you
Trump.
say that?
It's your
And now he's very upset, but I also want to
Yeah, again, like, Dean Withers is being a little bit performative.
show you.
I don't know, I will say, I don't think Dean Withers helps himself by constantly responding to it, because now all the fucking right-wing trolls are gonna come out and they're gonna be like, oh my god, Dean Withers, you're a rapist, and then they're gonna fucking, then you're gonna fucking just, like, constantly, open yourself up to a bunch of people trolling you.
Another tweet. I want to show you another tweet from Dean Withers. I hate rapist. Donald Trump is a rapist.
He is. Donald Trump is like almost, he is confirmed a rapist. He lost the civil case against E. Jean Carroll. And also, he was bragging about decades ago peeking in on underage girls' beauty pageants that he was hosting. He was bragging about it. Donald Trump is a predator.
Therefore, I hate Donald Trump.
Also, there's allegations of him in the Epstein files of him raping women and children and threatening to murder them. There's allegations of him doing that.
Should be common sense. The fact that it's not is very concerning.
It is.
That's crazy. So you falsely accuse Donald Trump of being a rapist.
Brilliant, guys. Wow. Who would have guessed, guys? Tectone, the rapist himself, fucking sweeping for Donald Trump being a rapist. You know what they say, guys. They stick in flocks. And when I brought that up to Tectone, he immediately blocked me on Twitter. So, Brilliant. Wow. Amazing. I mean, I'm not really surprised. Like I said, predators stick in flocks.
And now when you're being accused of being
It's okay. We need all the women to ourselves.
a racist, look at how you react.
You know, when you're constantly replying to Asmongold's OnlyFans girlfriend, like when you're constantly replying to her, is that you trying to steal Asmongold's girl so you can have her all to yourself so you can rape her yourself? Is that what you're trying to do, Tectone?
Trying their best, guys.
Go ahead, sip your fucking Starbucks drink, Tectone. Sip your Starbucks drink.
They're trying their best, bro. They're really trying their best.
Dean, okay, he is being performative here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Dean is fucking performatively crying. He's not actually. I refuse to believe that he's actually crying. Like, I do believe that the false rape accusations are upsetting to him. That I believe. I don't believe that he's really crying here, because crying on video is just like, anytime somebody does it, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, all right, bud, you don't got to be performative about it. He is being performative here, obviously.
There it is.
But then again, Tectone's a worse person than Dean Withers is. Tectone is an actual rapist, so confirmed rapist.
Go ahead, cry, man.
Credibly accused of rape.
I bet that hurts, doesn't it?
God, man.
Uh-huh. I know. Doesn't it suck when everything that you've done to other people for years happens to you?
No. Because he didn't falsely accuse them of rape.
Isn't that
He sensationalizes certain parts of, like, the things that he talks about sometimes, for sure. I'm not saying that Dean never sensationalizes things, but in regards to Donald Trump and you, Tectone, nuh-uh. No. This is just an insane cope session from you guys.
crazy? Because you're really tough when you're the one doing all the harassing, but now that you're getting allegations, oh man, it sure is hard. Just wait, it gets better, guys. It gets better. Amazing. We have more clips to show here. Here's my tweet from Tectone, my favorite streamer, who goes live every day at rumble.com/Tectone, every day at 9:30 a.m. CST. It's
That nobody gives a fuck about.
believe all
Except if you're, like, the only reason I milk Tectone for content is because he's fun to make fun of. Because Tectone is a lolcow. Like, it's easy to make fun of Tectone. It's easy to make content off of Tectone. That's the reason why. Because, like, he was constantly vocal about these Dean Withers allegations. So if you're going to be vocal about it, I might as well be vocal about how you are a fucking rapist. And yet you're going after Dean Withers for his false allegations of rape.
victims till it's happening to you, huh? Pokemon, believe victims. I know, fucking ridiculous, is it not? Absolutely fucking ridiculous. We have even more. You can't spread and participate in false allegations, character assassination, slander, defamation, and just call people the worst things imaginable to dodge arguments or legitimate criticism, then act surprised when it comes back at you. By the way, this guy also called Asmongold a pedophile. Fun fact.
Well, I don't know. At the very least, Asmongold is pedophile adjacent. At the very least. I don't know if he himself is a pedophile, but let's roll this back, right? Asmongold reacts to content creators like Rev Says Desu, who's a Lolicon enthusiast. Asmongold has orbiters who enjoy Lolicon, and Asmongold does not care about that in the slightest. Asmongold sweeps for Donald Trump raping kids on Epstein Island. He seems to not care about children dying when Donald Trump murders them overseas, and he's threatening to murder them. Asmongold doesn't seem to care when you shoot children that cross the border illegally. I don't know. I mean, at the very least, Asmongold doesn't seem to give a fuck about children at all or their safety whatsoever. At the very least. He may not be a pedophile himself necessarily. Nothing we've seen so far. But, I don't know. He seems to be pretty okay and comfortable with aligning himself with pedophilic behavior. I don't know. Just a little food for thought.
Dean Withers, not Nakashi. Dean Withers and others like him have spearheaded cancel culture and the very false allegation, defamatory, abusive culture we're in. And it's hard to feel bad for him. Nobody feels bad for this guy besides retards. We have another one saying, most progressive men think their rape hysteria will not affect them. Kaguya's Top Gal, one of my favorite channels on all of Twitter.
Oh yeah, another fucking right-wing think tank on Twitter that's just like spews right-wing disinformation.
Very based, very red-pilled. Leftist influencer Dean Withers was holding back tears after being accused of rape. He crashed out on stream.
It's interesting. If you guys wanted to like criticize Dean Withers, I feel like a more appropriate criticism was like accuse him of being performative when crying. Like you like it's crazy. Even you guys are so fucking stupid. This account is named Finder. Sorry, I'm gonna censor that word by the way. But, like, that's what the account name is. And, I don't know, there's a little bit of cognitive dissonance there, because you fucking believe that Dean Withers is unironically crying, even though he's being performative here. I don't know, a little bit of irony there. Again, I don't expect right-wing people on Twitter to be very smart about this stuff, though. They just see that Dean Withers got allegations, and they immediately jumped on the bandwagon to push them. Even though, on their side, there is more rapist pedophiles than people on the left. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the evidence... I'm going to just use Tectone's own logic that he says here. Evidence will always outweigh any sort of testimony or feelings. And I would agree with that, Tectone. That's probably the only thing that me and you could ever sit down and agree on.
Sorry for him if he wasn't a smug retard who has made unfounded accusations about other people and tried to destroy their lives. Believe women. There it is. Isn't that so appropriate? We have even more. Dean Withers is a rapist. I personally witnessed him rape a young girl when I was 12. It's Dean needs to lose his job. He hunted down and shamed for the monster he is. We cannot live in a society with hashtag rapists. Hold him accountable.
Wait, Tecto, why do you have Dean Withers blocked on Twitter? Why do you have Dean Withers blocked? Is it because he rightfully called you a rapist? Is that what happened?
Very true.
Hold up, wait. Why do you also have Mr. Obvious blocked? Dean Withers is a rapist. I personally witnessed him rape a young girl when I was 12. Dean Withers needs to lose his job, hunt him down. We cannot live in a society with rapists. Hold him accountable.
We cannot live in a society with hashtag rape.
Why do you have them blocked, Tectone?
Hold him accountable. Very true. Dean Withers accused of saying the N-word. Bryce Hall shared a 2019 Instagram message allegedly showing Dean Withers using the N-word. I use it all the time. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, we know. You used it in the fucking thumbnail of your fucking YouTube video. You had it with a hard R.
Very, very interesting because this guy says you can't say that, yet he himself is the guy who is saying that.
Wow, Dean Withers using the N-word when... Okay, so how old is Dean Withers now, right? He's 21. I think he's turning 22 in September. How long ago was this? This was 6 years ago? 6 years ago, right? So 6 years ago, Dean Withers would have been like 14 or 15 in this screenshot using the N-word. You're telling me that we should hold Dean Withers as a 14 or 15-year-old to a higher standard than Tectone, who is pushing mid-30s, fucking washed up rapist and like saying racist shit for attention and saying slurs on Twitter for attention intentionally to be racist. I don't care. These two things are not comparable. To think that they're comparable is fucking stupid.
Consistent with your views.
Seeing
Dean Withers get propped up by the Democratic Party only to be canceled for slurs and racism in 2 weeks has been absolute poetry.
And you said that you were
saying just retarded.
Okay, well, I don't appreciate your use of the slurs, but I guess that's what emotionally immature men, when someone smarter than them lays down the truth. Isn't that right, sir?
I mean, again, I don't like Dean Withers is virtue signaling, but like the point is that Nick Fuentes doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care. Like of course, Nick Fuentes says the shit that he says because it's provocative and it gets attention.
I just said the N-word. I'm so retarded. Oh.
Whoa! This is an old clip from fucking 2018 or 2019 when Dean Withers was 14 or 15. Who cares? Oh my god, who fucking cares? I said every slur in the book when I was a kid as well. When I was in high school, I probably said every single slur you could think of. I'm not proud of it, and I'm not bragging about it, but like, it happens. Kids say dumb shit. I'm not going to hold a kid to a higher standard than Tectone, who's like 30 plus, saying these words.
I mean, I could say that, right? But I cannot say that on stream. I'm retarded.
That's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Whoa, it's crazy. A 14 or 15 are using the N-word, and I'm going to pretend like this is the worst thing that he's ever done ever.
When your own moral hierarchy is used against you, huh? Let's go again.
Make sure you follow
Whoa, censor that.
Oh, I just said the N-word.
Hey, stay here.
Symphony.
Please, I want to learn how to edit.
That's rough, isn't it? Isn't it crazy when your life gets put on display? You haven't apologized for the N-word video yet, the one where you want someone to kill themselves, TikTok.
Nobody cares. Like, nobody's actually outraged by this. A bunch of right-wingers are virtue signaling this because they're trying to get Dean canceled in his own far-left spaces, but nobody actually fucking cares. Like, again, you guys support a rapist pedophile president, okay? You are as low as you can get. You enjoy rape and pedophilia. All right, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, enough is enough, all right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this dumb virtue signaling that they're trying to do to just get Dean canceled, all right? I don't take it seriously from you fucking idiots. I almost used a slur there myself. Luckily, I stopped myself. I only used it once in this video, and I'm censoring it. And it was in context, so it's different.
You eat a dude's ass.
Wow, okay. Wow, that's censor that word. Tectone just says the F word.
And call it a joke, respectfully. Shut your bitch ass up. I'll one pump you with my right fist, you incel queer. Chill. Yep. By the way, yeah, this is the guy that the left are championing, by the way.
Yeah, and he's a guy that you're very scared of because he rightfully accused you of being a rapist, so...
Screenshots, and then Dean confirms it himself. Screenshots of me saying the F slur in 2022 and the N word in 2019 have been doing their rounds here on X. First, I would like to confirm that both these screenshots are 110% real. Woman, so you think, oh, and here's their great view on abortion. This clip, you're going to love this one.
Because I think it's a permissible action, I therefore don't see any good reason to infringe on a woman's bodily autonomy in the legal prevention of her access to abortion.
What's wrong with that? Women deserve abortion rights. What's wrong with that? Yeah, okay.
Therefore, it's
what is this like a gotcha? Oh yeah, I forgot. The right wingers, they virtue signal if you get an abortion, they'll call women murderers for getting an abortion, but not if you murder them overseas like Donald Trump is, or if you rape them on a remote island. Okay, got it. Cool.
Rights violation.
Yes, you guys care so much about that. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna pretend like you guys care so much about the lives of children.
So you don't understand that it's like killing. You don't think it's killing a human being?
No, I do.
And you're okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they're okay when Donald Trump kills people, and they're also okay when fucking healthcare CEOs are passively killing people around us by making cuts to healthcare and cuts to Medicaid, which is gonna fucking kill people. That's passively murdering people. They don't care about that, though.
You don't think that we should focus more?
So, Dean Withers knows that abortion is murder. He knows that it's killing a life. He's absolutely cool with it, and he thinks it's okay because, oh, my woman autonomy is so important.
But you guys don't care about rape or murder either, so...
Yes, Dean Withers thinks it's okay to kill babies as long as it empowers women.
Didn't your goat Asmongold that you worship endlessly was going off about shooting children that crossed the border illegally, like a week ago? What are you talking about? And that's the guy you praise.
We have even more. Here we go.
Would you support anyone that's accused of SA?
If they were found like convicted of SA, no, I want to support them.
Why don't you take a look down at your shirt?
Was Tupac convicted of that?
Yeah, he was.
It's not hypocritical because I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't? Are you gonna wear the shirt again?
Probably not. No, found it in my girlfriend's closet.
Oh, it was a gift. Your girlfriend shirt. So your girlfriend supports someone that's convicted of SA.
Neither me nor her knows anything about anything about what Tupac did or didn't do.
Whatever, man. You can support the art and not the artist. I don't know. I guess there's like all kinds of shit. I'm not gonna sit here and think that Dean supports sexual assault just because he wears a Tupac shirt. Like, whatever. I mean, like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, obviously it's not good, but if it's true, unless the fucking right-wing person's lying, which wouldn't be past them because they have lied about a lot of shit before. But I don't know. Maybe fucking, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe just I guess don't wear the shirt. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at this and think that Dean supports sexual assault or whatever.
So it's okay if someone supports Trump. And that's your main argument against Trump, is that he's a despicable person and he's been accused of SA. But you have someone on your shirt that you're wearing right now that was convicted of the same crime.
Bro, do you expect me to like take my shirt off right now? Do you want?
Yeah, I think you should go. I think you should go change.
We want to see Dean's man titties.
Do you want to see my? Do you want to see my body? This is weird.
And he had to make it gay because he realized he got caught in 4K. And my
well, Tectone's gay for Asmongold.
Opinion, if they aren't convicted, if there was no proof, I don't give a fuck. Dean Withers and
okay. Yeah, because that's totally how it works. Guys, rapists and pedophiles have never gotten away with their crimes. They've never gotten free from the legal system or legal technicalities and walked free on the streets. That's totally never happened. That's according to Tectone, that can never happen. If they weren't legally convicted of anything, that means that it never happened. That's totally how it works, Tectone. Yes.
Harry Sisson.
It's convenient that you can parade this because of your own court case, because you were held liable in a civil case for raping and stalking her. For Ping Chu.
Concubines have a mental breakdown when Nick Fuentes says the N-word. Let's talk about it.
All right, whatever. He's just showing a bunch of clips that I don't care about. Like, honestly, whatever. You guys can watch this full video in the description if you want. Like, maybe, like, obviously Dean Withers saying the N-word when he's a kid is not good, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, he doesn't say it anymore. I don't really care that much about it. And also, Tectone uses it all the fucking time. He's, like, virtue signaling over this. I think we get the idea. I don't think we need to watch the rest of this video. There's other videos I want to get to in regards to the Dean Withers allegations. I think we get the idea. So I think we're going to just stop the reaction here. I think we get it. We're going to end the segment off with this guy named Joe Redden, the older millennial, who apparently is a big pusher of these Dean Withers allegations. He's another guy that's been pushing them. So I figured we would take a look at a couple of his TikToks. He's been heavily pushing them. And, yeah, we'll just see what they have to say about it.
And I proved it wrong by showing that the DMs were fake. Fuck you.
And listen, it can
No.
be fake. Did I show, shut up. Did I show that the DMs were fake?
No, Dean, you did not.
He did. In his video. There were 2 different screenshots, and both of them were inconsistent with each other.
Because here's what you showed. You said, well, the DMs don't have a blue check mark.
I don't think that's what Dean said in his video at all. I think Dean specifically said that the follow or the date on his video didn't match. I'm pretty sure that's what Dean said.
So obviously it's not me.
I'm pretty sure Dean said that the follow and then the date were not there in the DMs. That's what he said in the video. I think he's just lying here. Like, already, I think he's just lying. I don't remember at all Dean mentioning anything about a blue check mark.
Dean, your DMs don't have a blue check mark. I understand your account has a blue check mark, but when you show this picture in DMs, no blue check mark. I know this because I had fake accounts do the exact same shit, and I had to prove.
So wouldn't that prove that more credibility to Dean's claims if you had fucking fake accounts do it to you?
Prove that it wasn't me that sent dirty messages.
What fucking dirty messages are you talking about? That's a little strange. What allegations did you have against you?
But no, Dean, you haven't shown that the message you were talking about wasn't you.
He did. He, like, literally, he did. I don't know what you're talking about. He did.
All you showed was the DMs, even for people with blue check marks, don't have a blue check mark.
Is this guy also a right-wing person? I took a look at some of his, whatchamacallit. I took a look at his fucking TikTok page. He is a little bit red-pilled. He also has, like, an American flag, so he's probably just, like, a guy who's, like, very pro-America and just loves Trump regardless, or loves whatever president is in the sitting office regardless. I don't know. I wonder if this guy is also, like, a right-wing figure. I don't know for sure, though.
So to answer the question that you're getting so emotional about when somebody questions you, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna be fucking real with you. You sound like a woman right now. You sound like... I know that's gonna sound sexist to me. You sound like a fucking woman right now. You sound overly emotional in this video. Like, that's... Like, first of all, Dean Withers, I would say, has a right to be emotional, because even if some of it is performative, I imagine some of it is getting to him, because he is getting false allegations against him. So I feel like Dean Withers, at the very least, has earned the right to be upset that he's getting false allegations against him. Second of all, you sound like a woman. No! These DMs are not fake. They're not fake at all, and, like, you're the one that's getting emotional in this video.
Dean, you haven't proven anything. And look, I'm not saying you did it. I'm not...
Of course. There it is, guys. Guys, the insinuation that Dean did sexually assault them, but we have to have that plausible deniability somewhere so that we don't legally get sued or whatever. Hey, guys, I'm not saying that Dean did sexually assault anybody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you did do that, even though he obviously is communicating that he thinks that Dean did that. He just has to say that plausible deniability sentence just so he doesn't get sued.
Saying that was you. But I am pointing out that what you showed doesn't prove a fucking thing.
What the fuck was this, like, gay thing that you just did here? Look at this. This, like, whole, like, gay graphic thing. Nothing you showed proves a thing. The fuck was this?
Doesn't prove a fucking thing.
That was an insane way to end that video. Alright, we've got 2 more videos from this older millennial guy talking about Dean Withers' allegations, immediately jumping on the bandwagon, but he's going to have this plausible deniability of, oh, no, I'm not saying I subscribe to the allegations, even though he obviously does. He's dog whistling that Dean Withers is guilty.
Face again.
Continue to knowingly peddle this false allegation and could what only be described as an attempt to get me killed or to get me to myself, leading to the police calling me, informing me of a bomb threat.
That didn't happen. You know how we know that didn't happen? That's because police activity is logged on what's known as a police blotter. And since we know where Dean lives,
That's kind of weirdly threatening. We know where Dean lives. That's weirdly threatening.
You know
how the fuck do you have that information?
Exactly which police blotter.
Also, why the fuck are you signal boosting how to get Dean's personal address? This is so weird.
To look at. And yeah, there was no bomb threat. There was no police contact with anyone regarding a bomb threat. And again, I'm not saying Dean did what he's accused of.
Oh, yeah, we know. Totally. Yeah, you totally believe that.
Again, I haven't looked into it that deeply.
Well, for somebody who hasn't looked into it that deeply, you made like 3 videos on it, my guy.
I just know there were allegations. And if I follow Dean's path of telling us what we should do, we should believe all victims.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, believe all credible allegations. Like, obviously believe all victims is a stupid thing, alright? Yeah, we get it. Alright, believe all credible allegations is the process that I go with, okay? These people really, like, hammered this point thinking it's like a gotcha on Dean or something, even though the Dean's allegations are false.
Right.
And it was fake DMs. Which, by the way, you got wrong in your first video, by the way. Either you got it wrong, or you intentionally obfuscated from it. I don't know.
Believe all women, right? I'll tell you what, Dean, I'm willing to do that. But what I'm not willing to do is believe you when you make up bomb threats. Because that didn't happen.
Okay, bud. This fucking guy is such a loser. Holy shit. We got 1 more video from this guy that we're going to close off this segment with, and we're going to give our final closing thoughts on this whole Dean Withers allegations situation, because, man, it's been kind of a doozy.
Dean is not suing me. You guys keep leaving stupid comments like you're about to get sued too, huh?
Well, obviously, I don't know. Given the way Dean talks about suing people, it's probably performative to some extent. But yes, obviously he wouldn't win in a court of law because you're a coward with plausible deniability language saying, oh yeah, I'm not saying that Dean is guilty of these allegations. Yeah, we know you're a coward with the way that you talk about information.
No. I'm not, actually. And Dean, if you want to keep saying that you're going to sue me, you want to keep telling everybody all this on your lives, then fucking sue me already. You guys keep making these claims saying that I said Dean definitely did it, and then that's defamation, and Dean is planning to rightfully sue me. Then fucking do it. Because if you'll take the time to actually go through the videos, you'll see I never said that. No, what I said was that Dean was accused of it, and that his explanations didn't show it was false, but also...
well, they did. Actually, again, he proved that the DMs were fake. He also proved that the 13-year-old had her identity stolen by some weird MAGA terminally online freak. Yeah, he proved a lot of different things in his response video, actually. It was I would actually say Dean responded to this fairly well. I think going forward, Dean should stop responding to this because he's just giving a bunch of loser fucks like this guy right here and Tectone and a bunch of other weird right-wing content creators online ammunition to just spew out a bunch of bullshit. Like, I would say that that's really what that comes down to.
But I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna do what Dean said to do and believe the victim. You know, believe all women. That's it. Now, Dean, if you think that's lawsuit worthy, go ahead and sue me. Please, go ahead and spend the tens of thousands of dollars it would cost you to sue me for defamation. Because even if you did have tens of thousands of dollars to spend on a bullshit lawsuit, which people living with their grandmother generally don't, you would never win. Because I
subtle jab as well.
Didn't fucking defame...
Who do you live with, my guy? Who do you live with? Like, where do you live?
You. Just go...
This guy, literally, this guy's entire content strategy is just being, like, red-pilled, talking about breaking news stuff on TikTok, being, like, super, like, pro-America, and then, like, talking about, like, fuck it. And, like, he uses a bunch of AI-generated thumbnails for his shit. Like, that's his entire content strategy. Like, what do you do?
Back to your corner of the internet. Shut up. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's something that you would say to somebody who's accused of rape. Go back to your corner of the internet and shut up. Okay. I don't know if that's really rhetoric you would say about somebody who's accused of rape, but whatever. Again, yeah, I mean, my take was as it was in the very beginning of this video. It's just, this is bullshit allegations. Dean Withers, I would say, did a pretty solid job of debunking them. Hopefully he doesn't respond to them going forward, because he's just going to give these right-wing lolcows online more ammunition to just fucking talk about him. Obviously, Dean should just, like, put on his big boy pants and realize they don't actually care about any of the stuff that they talk about. I mean, again, they voted in a rapist pedophile into office, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, these people are very, very, like, gung-ho when it comes to going after Dean Withers for his allegations, but will not call out Donald Trump because it's inconvenient for their political position. It's kind of pathetic, but what are you gonna do? These people are fucking stupid as shit for parading behind Dean Withers' allegations. It's not very difficult to see through.